President-elect Barack Obama is widely considered to be a gifted speaker, but even he can't address all of the topics facing his incoming administration. That is where technology comes in. The President-elect routinely taps into the internet site YouTube to get his points across. Now he and his aides have decided that his economic experts should do that too. The aides say they found that experts, even those not well known to the public, are better than politicians at explaining the nuts and bolts of the economy. So just how effective will Obama be in using the new technology? Joining us now from New York to discuss it is social media strategist Sanford Dickett. Mr. Dickett, we thank you for joining us. I guess at least he's from a technology-savvy generation. He really did take advantage of the new sort of multimedia world, didn't he, during this campaign? How well is he doing at this point?
He's doing exceptionally well. The exciting part about it is that he has extended his reach using the change.gov site. If you go to the site, you'll notice that he's actually added recently a civic briefing book. The idea is that anybody in the U.S. can write questions and vote up issues on the site itself. The exciting part,
isn't it? I mean, I saw this happening in the UK as well. Tony Blair and indeed Gordon Brown is now the Prime Minister here, encouraging people to get involved through a Downing Street site, for example. Many people who use that site, so those said that they never got any reaction, they never got any feedback. So it's all very well having a site set up. How much feedback are people getting, though?
They're getting it because they're seeing the actions through both the video efforts, a lot of their communication. The transition team is actually reaching out to various people who do speak on it. For example, Bob Furtick, who was one of the people that brought up this interesting question that was presented by George Stephanopoulos to the president-elect, he actually was contacted by various people as well. The campaign and the administration are reaching out and engaging. It's not campaigning, it's engaging in the conversation, and it takes time.
Yeah, there are advantages and disadvantages to that, of course. The advantage being that people feel engaged, that the administration is embracing those that they represent. The disadvantages are that they are extremely accessible to everybody, of course. Do the advantages outweigh those disadvantages?
It does, because consider the fact that we've lived in a democracy for the last 8 years that's sort of checked in with us once every 4 years. Go back to the Bill Clinton administration, and you'll notice in 1992, they went ahead and launched what was called the White House Publication Server, which every single action by the White House was out on an email service within 2 to 48 hours of its delivery. As soon as the Bush administration came in on February 2001, it was disconnected. So today, Obama has a whole different explanation and opportunity with the technologies to engage the conversation. Data is available, actions are available, and the public can return to the core of democracy that we really believe in.
I guess, you know, being of a generation that didn't necessarily grow up with technology, I'm aware at my age that, you know, I'm almost a Luddite when it comes to engaging through the multimedia world. A lot of the people that Obama will be reaching out to are, what is it? So 18 to 25-year-olds, for example, they work very quickly and they expect a lot when it comes to the use of technology. Is this administration ready for that? Because if they don't use it properly, they're going to look like old farts, effectively, aren't they?
Well, the funny part is this. Number one, they have used Blackberries and all of the technology that gives us instant access quite readily. Two, the idea is that you're not a Luddite. You actually more than likely have your mobile phone, you get text messages, you also use email all the time. That is the medium that people communicate in. The speed of response, everyone understands the fact that bureaucracy exists in government actually to protect the minority. So the goal here is that as long as they engage, which according to people who I've spoke to, focusing on the transition, they're recruiting CIO types and CTO types who know how to engage online in a more Web 2 fashion.
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff. The other problem for this administration that they will have to get over, of course, is that while engaging with a wider audience, they will be held to account, one assumes, or hopes at least, for many of their policies and the results of their policies. How does technology and the multimedia world that we live in today encourage that? How do we make sure that they're held to account for that which they've suggested they will do?
Well, here's the funny part. You're part of that channel. As the fourth estate and the ability for people to engage with you as we talk in the blogosphere, internet, the regular world in general, we then find ways to connect. By connecting to you, you're able to raise the issues we care about. And that's how we'll bring things into account. The idea of, the legal action that we might do against the Bush administration, Bob Furtick's question, might still continue because government will be pursued. The Congress, the administration will have to deal with the issue if everyone's still behind it. And as we work together to do it, the government will have to respond. And you, as part of the Fourth Estate, will also get the chance to help us. It's a collaborative effort, and the the administration is doing an excellent job in terms of the people they're putting in to address all of the conversations, not just the ones by the 18 to 25-year-olds.
As you talked, I was thinking of us playing our role as the fourth estate, and thinking that to a certain extent technology has created this sort of fifth estate these days, which shouldn't be, or certainly isn't a bad idea. The more the better, I guess. Samuel, we're going to leave it there. We thank you very much indeed.
My pleasure. Thank you.